Sanskrit and Vedic Learning in Mithila. Published by Wikipedia. Sanskrit and Vedic learning, also called Vedic studies, started in Mithila with the expansion of Vedic and Brahmanic culture eastwards along the Ganges plain. From the 12th, 13th to 15th century CE, Mithila was an important center of Nyaya Shastra and logical sciences. Nomenclature. Some scholars have used the term university to describe the tradition of Sanskrit and Vedic learning in Mithila. History. The Ramayana refers to the court of King Janaka in Mithila, attracting scholars and philosophers. In the text Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is reference of the famous scholarly yajna known as Bahudakshina Yajna, in which Brahmin scholars from different parts of the Indian subcontinent participated for Shastrartha at the court of King Janaka. During the Gupta period, Mithila was a center for disputes between Buddhists, Jains and Brahmins, with prominent Mimamsa authors writing defenses of Vedic ritual. Education took place through tolls, pathshala and chatuspathi or chopari, with students living at the house of their teacher. The Turkic conquests had little impact in Mithila, leaving it as an isolated outpost and center of Brahmanic and Sanskrit scholarship, where Hindu scholars were able to protect the purity of their ideals and traditions. School of Nyaya. Nyaya is one of the 6 schools of Indian philosophy, known for its studies on logic. The foundational text are the Nyaya Sutras, traditionally attributed to the Vedic sage Akshapada Gautama at his Gautam ashram in Mithila, but possibly composed by multiple authors between 6th century BCE and 2nd century BCE. A scholar specialized in the subject of Nyaya philosophy was called as Nyayika. Vachaspati Mishra was a well-known Vedic scholar and teacher, who wrote Nyayasuchinibandha on Nyaya Sutras, Nyayakanaka, which is an Advaita work on science of reasoning, Tattvasamiksa, and Nyaya Vartika Tatparyatika, which is a sub-commentary on the Nyaya Sutras. The place where he lived and taught is known as Vachaspati Mishra D, located at Thadi village in the Madhubani district. Later in the 10th century CE, Udayanacharya founded Nyayakusumanjali, which reconciled the views of the 2 independent schools Nyaya and Vaisheshika of the Indian philosophy. The location of his academy where he taught his disciples is presently known as Udayanacharya D in Samastipur district of the Mithila region. Nyayakusumanjali became the root for the foundation of the new version of logic known Navya Nyaya. In 13th-14th century CE, Navya Nyaya school was founded by Gangesha Upadhyaya. He wrote Tattvachintamani, which was the authoritative text in the Navya Nyaya school of the Indian philosophy. During the period of 14th century CE, the other eminent Nyayika was Ayachi Mishra. He taught his disciples free of cost. His academy was located in the Sarisiv Pahi village of the Mithila region. The remains of the site of his academy is presently known as Ayachi Mishra D. He also taught his own son Sankara Mishra. His son Sankara Mishra also became a great scholar of Nyaya Shastra. In the 14th-15th century CE, Pakshadhara Mishra was an eminent Nyayika and the head teacher of Nyaya Shastra in Mithila. He was a court member at the court of King Bhairava Singh of the Oinawar dynasty in Mithila. His academy was situated at Bower near the Sarisiv Pahi village. His notable pupils were Vasudeva Sarvabhauma and Raghunatha Siramani. They came from Nadia in Bengal to Mithila for learning Nyaya philosophy with the teacher Pakshadhara Mishra. Late medieval Eastern schools of Brahmins were focused on Nyaya Shastra and logical sciences, in contrast to the Vedanta of southern Brahmins from the Vijayanagara cultural area. According to Vidyabhusana, the science of logic developed out of Parishad, councils of learned Brahmins. The Mithila school of Nyaya was an Indian school of Nyaya philosophy, which flourished from the 12th, 13th to the 15th century in Mithila. During the medieval period, Shalaka Pariksha and Shadyantra Pariksha were the examinations conducted for graduation from the institution. Mahesha Thakura, the founder of Darbhanga Raj, later introduced Doubt Pariksha. Students were not allowed to take any piece of written information with them after finishing their studies, to keep a monopoly on the study of logic. In the late 20th century, the tradition of Sanskrit and Vedic learning in Mithila continued by the establishment of the modern formal university known as Kameshwar Singh Darbhanga Sanskrit University at the campus of the royal palace called Anand Bagh Palace of the Darbhanga Raj. Presently it is a state university in the state of Bihar. School of Sankhya. Samkhya is one of the 6 schools in the Indian philosophy attributed to the Vedic sage Maharshi Kapila. His academic and residential location is known Kapila Ashram in Mithila. It is located at the Kapileshwar Stan Mandir in the Madhubani district of Bihar in India. According to legend, it is believed that the Videha King Janaka came to the ashram of the Vedic sage Kapila in Mithila to learn Samkhya philosophy from the sage. In the medieval period, Vachaspati Mishra was an eminent philosopher of the text Samkhya Shastra. School of Vaisheshika. Vaisheshika is one of the 6 schools in the Indian philosophy attributed to the Vedic sage Maharshi Kanada. In the 15th century CE, the Indian philosopher Sankara Mishra was a famous scholar of the Vaisheshika Shastra. He wrote a commentary text on the Vaisheshika Sutras of the Maharshi Kanada. The commentary text is known as Upaskara. It is an authentic preserved text on the original Vaisheshika Sutras. He learnt the philosophy of Vaisheshika from his own father Ayachi Mishra.